Recently, Clios converted from truck versions of the model are increasingly coming across on the secondary market. Their customs clearance is cheaper. You can identify a fake by the VIN code. In the cargo version, after the VF1 symbols, there is the letter S for a 3-door hatchback, C for a 5-door, B, as well as an extremely simple configuration. Most of the cars are well stocked. They have central locking, power steering, power windows and exterior mirror adjustments, their heating, steering column and driver's seat height adjustment, airbags for the driver, passenger and even side, on the most expensive versions, air conditioning or climate control. True, it is inconvenient to control the air conditioning system. It is located at the bottom of the center console. So long. Despite the capacity declared by the manufacturer, only 4 crew members will comfortably fit in the cabin, 3 will be cramped in the back. The wheelbase of the Clio is one of the largest among the classmates of those years, and people of average height will have enough free legroom. When getting into the car, you should be careful. You can hit your head on a low doorway. Visibility in Clio is very good. Almost vertical rear window allows you to accurately determine the extreme dimensions of the car. True, if you raise the head restraints, they will significantly block visibility. Weak spots. With active use of the Clio II, over time, the steering column switches can cause trouble. Their contacts begin to shorten, causing incorrect operation, for example, of the turn signals. To eliminate the malfunction, the switch must be disassembled and its contacts cleaned of dust and wear metal particles. On cars of the first years of production, the seat upholstery can be torn along the seam of the cushion and side support docking. On pre-styling versions, the glove compartment lid limiter does not differ in durability. In versions with mechanical windows, open windows often rattle when driving. The design feature of the doors is that their frames go to the roof, and in winter they often freeze to the seals. Therefore, before the onset of severe cold weather, it is recommended to treat the seals with a special silicone grease. Engine. Despite the diverse range of Clio powertrains, as a rule, there are only 1.2-liter 8-valve and 1.4-liter 16-valve modifications. They were sold by our official dealers. In the secondary market, it is best to buy just such cars. For gasoline versions imported by the Great Way, the fuel pump and filter are made as a single unit, and if you refuel with low-quality fuel, an expensive unit, about $300, will fail. In principle, the system can be redesigned by installing a separate pump and filter, although this is also expensive. In addition, the officials have increased ground clearance, protection of the engine tray, fuel and brake lines. The weak point of cars equipped with air conditioning or climate control is the alternator pulley, which consists of 2 parts connected by a rubber coupling. Over time, it fails and the outer pulley warps, which leads to a break in the rib belt. Moreover, its remnants can get under the timing belt and cause it to break. Unqualified timing maintenance can cause a fatal meeting of valves with pistons. The ignition system of 16-valve engines has a coil for each cylinder. According to car service workers, coils manufactured before 2004 have a short resource. Renault has even developed a corresponding program to support customers of post-warranty cars, which also operates in Ukraine. The owner pays the cost of only 1 coil and receives the rest for free. Please note, post-styling versions require the installation of only certain spark plugs. The installation of others leads to anomalies in the operation of electrical equipment. The arrows on the instrument panel show the most inconceivable data. The check engine light is on, the automatic switches incorrectly, etc. Experts explain this by saying that when using the wrong candles, the ignition system provokes signal failures that are transmitted over the multiplex bus of electrical equipment. The rear engine mount does not serve for a long time, about 40,000 kilometers. There were problems with the electronic throttle, high idle, 2,500 RPM, and no reactions to the accelerator pedal. This is due to a broken contact in the connection connector or a wiring fault. It is better to refuse to buy diesel versions. They do not digest our diesel fuel well. In the 1.9-liter engine, breakdowns of the high-pressure fuel pump mechanism responsible for advancing the injection were noted, and in the 1.5-liter engine, fuel pumps and injectors failed. Transmission. The weak point of the mechanics is the gearshift seal. It often sweats with oil. Although if there are no serious leaks, you can ride. Replacing the oil seal is very time-consuming and should be timed to coincide with the replacement of the clutch, since this procedure requires the removal of the gearbox, labor $50, spare part $8. In addition, During aggressive driving with engine braking, cases of breakage of the retaining rings of the bearings of the gearbox shafts have been noted. Repairs can cost almost $500 if the damage is not catastrophic. A design feature of the mechanics, which, according to the employees of the company's service, does not affect its reliability, is a slight noise when idling. The automatic transmission is equipped with a smart control program that adapts to the driver's driving style. On very old machines, the pressure control valve in the gearbox torque converter may fail, due to which the unit goes into emergency operation and the machine moves only in third gear. In both types of gearboxes, the oil is designed for the entire life of the unit, although experts recommend changing the lubricant every 60,000 kilometers for trouble-free operation. Suspension. If the Clio suspension is in good condition, then compared to its classmates, it has a good ride. A traditional McPherson is used in front, and semi-dependent with separately installed springs and shock absorbers in the back. The suspension, even on our roads, is durable. A feature of post-styling versions is that ball ones are supplied with levers, although you can save money by installing a ball separately for cars before modernization, after slightly increasing the mounting holes in the lever. Steering. There are no comments about the steering rods. On average, they would stand 50 to 60,000 kilometers prior to the modernization. The steering of expensive versions of the Clio was equipped with a hydraulic booster, and after restyling, all cars received an electric power steering that changes the degree of gain depending on the speed. In a power steering, lubrication often flows through the electrical connector of the oil pressure sensor that has lost its tightness. Brake system. Over time, when driving over bumps, the guides of the front calipers can knock. In the rear, drums, due to oxidation, the self-supply mechanism of the pads fails. It will have to be taken apart and cleaned.